Hi, guys. Welcome back to Mindful Insights at innerworkcoaching.life. My name is Jen, and this is kind of another one of those random idea videos. I just did one about some of the darker aspects of spiritual awakening, and now I want to do one about 3 helpful perspectives during your spiritual awakening. So these are 3 shifts in perspective that really helped me to start embracing what's happening without freaking out and um, embracing everything that's going on as a whole rather than honing in on those tiny little things to bitch and gripe and complain about, right? And because those can grow into these huge problems if you let them. And if that's what you're focused on, then that's what will grow. And then you just attract more problems, right? So if you make it a habit of, griping and complaining all the time and focusing in on the whatever there is to complain about, then there's a good chance that that's going to be what you're attracting more of. So that being said, um, that's like the simplisticest way of describing law of attraction, I guess. Whereas if you're, mostly happy all the time, you attract more happy things. But there's so many deeper levels to it, you guys. It's not even funny. And I haven't mastered much of it. You know what I mean? I'm still working. So it's like, oh my gosh, how much more is there to learn? Oh, probably enough for a lifetime. All right, cool. I'm down. All right. So this is 3 helpful perspectives during spiritual awakening. Number 1, everything is a process and takes time to play out, which is why it's so important to stay focused and aligned as much as possible so that the everyday stuff stops stealing your energetic and emotional focus. So, like all those little distractions throughout the day, right, that you could be having emotional reactions to, all that emotion, you know what I mean? It's energy. And if that's what you're putting it into, then that's what's going to grow, right? So if you put your energy into all the distractions, then the distractions will get more and more and more. Whereas if you direct your focus and put your energy into the things that are going to help you work toward what you're trying to work toward, no matter what that is, that could be career or weight loss or anything, then you grow those results. Right? Does that make sense? Because emotions are energy, and emotions are like it's guidance to point something out to us. And emotions can also be used as fuel. You can fuel a lot of things with emotions, especially creative stuff. So that's something to be aware of and to keep in mind. And the time buffer. I hate the time buffer. It really kind of sucks. I don't like living in linear time very much anyway. Um, but the time buffer, like once I started getting kind of a feel for it, it allowed me to become more patient. Um, because things can't just magically poof, you know what I mean? You can't get there from there. Like Abraham Hicks says, you can't get there from there. So you have to go to the next step and the next step and the next step. And sometimes this happens very organically, where opportunities will come and circumstances and like conversations to point things out to you, or certain songs will play on the radio, whatever it is, however messages come to you. Um, but you gotta be patient with the process, like give things time to play out, because it does take time. There's like many moving parts. So imagine all the moving parts involved in a situation where there's multiple people, all of us co-creating together, all of us with different focuses and different energy signatures, attracting different things, right? And we're all co-creating our reality. Wow, how complicated. But once you kind of see it a little bit, you just start seeing more and more, if that makes sense. Right. Okay. So our experiences, this is number 2. Our experiences move based on cycles and patterns, not based on linear time. It's not a timeline. It's a time spiral, more like. When you stop allowing the clock to control your moves, you will begin to see more in patterns and in cycles, so you can better identify which experiences you want to respect. Oh, wait, repeat. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading my own handwriting. Okay. You'll be better able to identify which experiences you want to repeat and how you are attracting them. So that's with the cycles, right? So I have a story to share with you guys about the cycles and seeing things in a spiral rather than in linear, um and the timeline, it's not like, oh, reject the timeline, reject the clock, reject whatever. It serves its purpose. It's a tool, but don't let it completely dictate your life, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So when I was a teenager, I became a statistic and I got pregnant. I was about 17, and things happened that I didn't understand were toxic at the time and very manipulative. Um, I thought that everybody was like that. There were some circumstances, and it was kind of manipulative and it was kind of coercive, um, that led to me being married, and under the guise that it was my own decision, even though it was not. And after that, I mean, I thought I was going crazy for a little while because I thought, well, he's paying all of my bills, you know what I mean? And I'm married and we have a kid and we have a house and, we have food on the table and I'm supposed to be happy. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Why am I not happy? I thought it was something wrong with me. But when you're walking on eggshells all the time, you don't know if somebody's going to come home pissed off and ready to kick your ass, or whether they're going to come home and bring you some freaking roses and shit. You know what I mean? It's either one extreme or the other. And that's how it was, one extreme or the other. Now, as an emotionally sensitive person, I cannot deal with people fucking with me like that on a daily basis. It does not work for me. You know what I mean? I need upfront, I need transparent, I need honest, I need open, I need no drama, I need calm. You know what I mean? Because life is tough enough already, you know? Like, there's so much shit going on, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one, you know? So, and eventually I'll record a video and let you guys know. I don't know if I want to make it public or not. It all depends. Like, I don't know. But there's a lot. There's a lot. And there's a lot that needs to be talked about that people try to sweep under the rug instead, you know? So, um yeah, the cycle being, all right, so I left my ex-husband, went back to my parents. And then I wound up a couple years, maybe 3 years later, dating someone else who was kind of controlling and raw and, overtly just kind of not good for me. We'll put it that way. And again, I thought there was something wrong with me at first. But then I was like, you know what? What the fuck? So I started fighting back and we argued every single day, which was a disaster. But, it was something that I had to experience because it taught me how to stick up for myself in the moment more, and if I need to be mean, then God damn it, I will be fucking mean, you know, and I don't usually need to, there's really no need. There's really no need unless you're dealing with someone who just can't take a hint, you know? And even then, be like, hey, dude, calm down, back up, I need some space. It doesn't have to be a mean, cruel thing, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you do have to put your foot down, but I learned over the years that it doesn't have to be in a harsh way or in a cruel way. You can literally look at someone and be like, "Do you really think that's a good idea? Like, are you sure you want to do that?" You know, like, yeah, okay. All right, well, then you have my support, but I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, number 3, we move through levels and layers of perception, behaviors, and achievements. Just like I can't jump from half finished class to international success in one jump, sometimes the next level from where you are brings more challenges and lessons. So, like, I've noticed that no matter where someone is, we're all going through challenges. Everybody's presented with their own things, right? And we attract these based on our vibrational frequency. And whatever challenges we have to face first, right? Um, Once we start doing that and once we start overcoming those challenges, then you might notice that they start getting a little bit more challenging. And you got to kind of go to the next level, you know what I mean? And it depends on what you're doing. It doesn't have to be like hard, if that makes sense. It's more like, ooh, this is kind of fun. What else can we do? What can we add to it? You know what I mean? How can we enhance this even more, kind of thing? So, and each layer or whatever you want to call it presents more subtle opportunities of doing that, and you can really refine like your life and what you want to do and where you want to go and what you want your daily experience to look like when you start paying attention to the details like that. In the layers are the details. All right. So I hope that that helps you in some way. I know I kind of go off on tangents sometimes, but um, there's a lot that I could share with you guys. Oh my gosh, and I'm trying to do it in bits and pieces here because um, usually if I'm in conversation with someone and I start rattling off everything, they look at me like, "Oh my God, how are you even alive?" Or, "Whoa." You can like see them getting overwhelmed and like, "Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to ask. I won't ask you how you are again." So I usually just shut up about it. And so I trained myself to shut up about it rather than telling people what's going on. And now I'm trying to share about what's been going on. So I have to like kind of re get in the habit of not shutting up. Okay, so I'm going to call that good here. You guys, I hope you're having a beautiful week. I am about to get ready to go to my mom's viewing. My mom died a week ago from cancer, and so that's one of the things happening. And so today and tomorrow, I've got viewing and funeral, and then after that, hopefully I'll be back. If I feel the need to share something in the meantime, I will. There's been a lot going on, like I said, and a lot of it not easy and a lot of it uncomfortable. So I feel like if I share some of my techniques for handling everything that's going on, which makes it sound really bad too, because not everything is being handled. It's just we're working on it. You know, that's the whole, embrace the journey. These are big things going on. It's not going to just be a one day thing and then you're done. These big things going on take time. It's a marathon, you know what I mean? So knowing how to manage yourself, how to not get into freak out mode, that will completely serve you. So, again, I hope my videos help you do that. Whether you enroll in the course or not, I love sharing this information. So basically, I'm just going to be sharing this information as I go and making more comprehensive kind of classes out of everything too. So, whatever method you prefer to learn, I hope that you learn how to apply these ideas into your experience because it makes the experience a lot easier to flow with. So, that being said, I hope that you have a beautiful week. Namaste, my friends, and I will see you in the next video.
see beauty or do you see pain? Oh, whatever you feel is what comes back again. Oh.
Thank you so much for being here, my friends. Namaste. As you remember and reconnect with the light of unconditional love within your soul, don't forget to enjoy your life and have some fun along the way. Fall into the unknown.
Fall with me into the unknown. Let's break free and learn how to let go.
Download this track and other fun bonuses when you defuse the love bomb at www.innerworkcoaching.life.